Hi there, Toby here, coming to you from the rooftop garden at the top of INSEAD. So I just want to say a few words about therapeutic mindfulness. I've got a therapeutic mindfulness course coming up over the next few weeks, and I want to just explain some of the principles of the practices involved. So if you think about your life as sitting in a movie theatre, and if you think about what you're seeing on the screen in front of you as being your present and your future, what you don't see is the projector behind you, of course. But if you imagine the projector behind you is your past experience, and your past experience is projecting onto your present and future experience. So what you see is what seems to be your present and future experience. But what's actually happening is, as well as what's going on in the present and as well as what you're anticipating in the future, there is the past and your past experience projecting itself onto the movie screen. So therapeutic mindfulness is about becoming aware of that, the way in which our past impinges upon our future and our present, noticing that. Noticing that it's not all bad. So some of our positive past experiences and ways in which we've learned in the past that are useful to us and help increase our positivity in the present and future, well, we're being aware of that, but we're also being aware that there is past unresolved experiences and past trauma from the past that is also projecting itself onto our present and future and directly influencing, inhibiting, colouring and so forth our present and future experience, what we're seeing on the screen or what appears to be real in front of us. So therapeutic mindfulness is about becoming aware of that, and then kind of almost like you're getting up from your seat in the movie theatre and you're kind of walking into the projector room and just starting to notice all the different kind of reels, movie reels that are present there. And these are your scripts and dramas from the past that are, the stories and the instincts that are projecting themselves onto our present moment experience. And so we're just having a good look at that past narrative, that past drama, that past story, identifying areas of trauma and unresolved experience, and then learning to kind of gently, appropriately and safely rework those stories. Take out the damaging, limiting material and replace it with new scripts. Firstly, we're trying to kind of acknowledge and release the pent-up energy in the old scripts within the trauma within the body mind and within the memory of both our mental memory and our cellular memory. And then we're looking to gently having then kind of created a neutral space, we're then gently introducing ideas for new scripts, new ways of working and reworking our past, that when it then starts to project upon our present and future, we have a different experience. So literally our experience of our world moment to moment and our sense of what's possible changes because we have actively reworked our past story and both the energy and the narrative of our past story. So we literally find ourselves in the present moment again, and also with regard to our sense of our anticipation of what's possible with regard to the future, and we find ourselves feeling different, feeling revitalized, feeling optimistic, feeling energetic, whereas previously we'd have felt limited, anxious, fearful, pessimistic, scared, and so forth. Or there are a tremendous variety of ways in which our past trauma and our past narrative impinges upon the present and future, but we find ourselves free in the present and with regard to our possible future to write the script and to get stuck in. And so whatever stage of life you're at, young or old, or somewhere in the middle, like me, you find yourself revitalized. Your joie de vivre is re-engaged with your story, and you can kind of dance into that present and future experience with a genuine sense of optimism and excitement and playfulness. So there's just a few thoughts about therapeutic mindfulness. Well, one other thing that I'd mention about it is if you've done a little bit of therapy or psychotherapy, it's not, if you've done that work, then you can get to know your past narrative quite well. But then it's another thing to be able to actually shift it. Our past story and trauma is quite muscular and embedded. It's not just embedded within our mental memory, it's embedded within the cellular, biological and instinctual kind of memory within the body itself. So it's quite kind of intractable. So if you don't have a practice to engage in consistently over time, even though you know your script and your past traumas, it's really difficult to shift the experience. So what the course that I'm teaching on therapeutic mindfulness is about is how can I gradually, consistently over time, using practices, rework my past trauma, decompress it, free myself from the experiential limitations of it, and literally create a new experience that holds in real time. So in order to do that, you need practices, or we need practices, and that's what this course is all about. All right, so I hope you found this video useful. Even if you're viewing it without the intention to attend the course, or the course has passed, or whatever it is, then I hope that the idea of it has been useful, and the concepts are going to be of some practical use to you. If you are interested in the course, then of course the kind of the details of the course will be on the course page itself, and I invite you to participate. There's going to be it's a 10-stage course. Each session has a different practice involved. So we'll be learning the principles initially, and then applying it to different areas and domains of our life, our relationships, our emotional life, childhood, teenagehood, young adulthood, and so forth. So it's going to be fun, informative, very practical and engaged. And yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for taking the time. I hope you've enjoyed it. And this is Toby signing off. Take care.